Hello, my name is Maggie Peard, and I'm the town's Sustainability and Resilience Officer. I will be presenting tonight on Article 38. Article 38 seeks to make two amendments to the town's fossil fuel-free bylaw that were recommended by the Department of Energy Resources, DOER, to better align with their guidelines for their municipal fossil fuel-free building demonstration program. As background for this article, Lexington was formally accepted into Massachusetts fossil fuel-free building demonstration program administered by DOER on December 22nd, 2023. The program allows 10 communities to regulate the use of fossil fuel infrastructure in new construction and major renovations. Lexington was able to apply to this program using our fossil fuel-free bylaw that was originally passed at town meeting by over 90% in March of 2021. The town was not authorized to enforce this bylaw until approval from DOER to be part of the demonstration program. With that approval now in place, Lexington's fossil fuel-free bylaw goes into effect, or went into effect depending on the date this is brought to town meeting, as is on March 21st, 2024. If the bylaw has already gone into effect, why are we proposing amendments? The proposed amendments came at the recommendation of DOER when they accepted Lexington into the program to better align with their program guidelines. While DOER would like to see Lexington make these changes, participation in the demonstration program is not contingent on our making the amendments. The first proposed amendment is to remove our bylaw's exemption for indoor cooking appliances and indoor fireplaces. As our bylaw currently stands, it is permitted to build a new home with a gas stove or a gas fireplace. This amendment would change that. To ensure a smooth rollout of this amendment, if approved, the change would not go into effect until January 1st of 2025. There are a few different justifications for this proposed amendment. The first is really simple. Lexington is currently the only community in the fossil fuel-free demonstration program that has an exemption for indoor cooking and indoor fireplaces. DOER feels this exemption goes against the intent of the program, which is to evaluate the success of fully eliminating the use of fossil fuel infrastructure in new construction and major renovations. The second justification comes down to health. Research has come a long way since 2021 when our bylaw was first passed regarding the negative health impacts of gas stoves. Studies by the Rocky Mountain Institute and others have shown that gas stoves can elevate indoor nitrogen dioxide levels, which is a toxic gas, beyond indoor air quality guidelines and even above outdoor standards. Elevated levels of this gas have negative health impacts, especially for children, which can include an increased risk of asthma, increased susceptibility to allergens, learning deficits, and more. Finally, I should note that this amendment is not predicted to have a very tangible impact on many buildings in Lexington. That is because the Specialized Energy Code, which went into effect on January 1st in Lexington, requires any new construction with gas stoves or fireplaces to pre-wire the home for electrification in the future and to offset that fossil fuel use with solar. So because of this requirement, new construction is already heavily incentivized not to use gas cooking or fire appliances. The second amendment that's proposed is more technical. It is a proposal to change the definition of a major renovation to match the demonstrations program's regulations. For low-rise residential, this would mean that large additions or large changes of use would fall under the bylaw. A large addition is defined on the residential side as an addition over 1,000 square feet and additions exceeding 1,000%, 100% of the conditioned floor area of the existing dwelling unit. For commercial and multifamily buildings, this would also pull large additions and large changes of use under the bylaw. Here, large additions are additions over 20,000 square feet and additions that exceed 100% of the conditioned floor area of the existing building. This is a change DOER requested of other communities accepted into the program as well in order to bring consistency across communities in the demonstration program. Like the First Amendment, this would go into effect on January 1st of 2025. The current bylaw would be enforced as is until that point, which DOER has confirmed they're comfortable with. In summary, Lexington's fossil fuel-free bylaw is in effect as of March 21st, 2024. Making the two proposed amendments will satisfy DOER's request to bring our bylaw in better alignment with other communities and in better alignment with the program's guidelines. The tangible impact of these changes will be limited because of the existing building code, but it will further encourage all electric buildings and lower climate change causing greenhouse gas emissions. Thank you for considering Article 38, and I look forward to answering any questions you have.